guys, I hope you're having a lovely week. So just before we get started, I wanted to apologise about my hair. I'm going to a wedding on Friday, so it is actually being taken care of tomorrow, but I've got to leave it today. Feels gross, probably looks gross, so I just thought I'd apologise in case you're wondering why it doesn't. I don't like it. Anyway, so this week's episode is going to be about bridesmaids dresses. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, I do have a large bridal party because I have 6 older bridesmaids and 4 flower girls. And I've already decided that the 6 older girls are going to be in one type of dress and the 4 younger girls in another type, because I know some people do different lengths or different styles, but I like the idea of having them all in the same. It's just something that I've always imagined. And when I first got engaged and started looking at dresses, I assumed I'd have them made. I don't know why. I just thought it would be easier because there's so many of them to make sure they all fit nicely, that everyone's comfortable, because obviously they're all different heights and, you know, some could look long and then some can look quite short. I've seen that before, and you want them all to look exactly the same on all of them. So I thought if I get them made, it's clearly the easier option. And luckily, Matt has a family friend who is really lovely and she's an amazing dressmaker. So we went and had lunch and I took some pictures of dresses. I only took 2 styles, and in my heart I knew that I was leaning towards a style which I had a feeling would be slightly more difficult. So we chatted about it, and yes, it's going to be more difficult because the type of material, the detail on the dress, it's not just one material, it's got 2 or 3 different materials on it. And it would obviously take a lot more time for a dressmaker to make. So if I could buy it, you buy it as it is, but to have it made, it's not, like I said, it will take more time, so that would cost more money. And the dresses in itself would be more expensive than I thought they would be, so that's obviously something to consider. The reason as well I was even more keen to have them made is the dress style that I found I wasn't able to find. It was on Pinterest and I wasn't able to actually find the dress to buy. It was sold out, it was like an old thing, it was just there for inspiration. So I thought, well, I'm not going to be able to buy this dress anywhere. And there would have been some changes I would have made to it anyway, just a few things, because it was more of a prom dress, so I just would have made it a little bit more wedding-y. But I've been searching on and off for a few weeks online, and I have managed to find a dress that looks pretty much identical but has the more wedding-y touches to it. So what I've decided to do at the moment is I've bought one dress, and I've bought it for one of my bridesmaids, and I'm going to get them, when it arrives, they're going to try it on, and then I'll make a decision based on that whether I order more of the dresses, because there are so many different options now. Obviously you can have them made, you can go to shops in the high street, but there's also so many different online options I've found. I mean, a lot of people can get them from China and get great deals, and they can look amazing, but just because I'm someone that's a bit paranoid, I'd like to know that I can have them altered easily or make sure that they can fit easily. It's just because I'm a bit of a worrier. So yeah, we've decided, well, we haven't made a decision on the dresses, but I honestly thought I would stick to having them made. But if you do decide to have them made, just be aware, if it's not a straightforward design, you're going to need more materials, it's going to take longer to do, and all of that will affect the overall cost. But what I'm hoping is potentially, in an ideal world at the moment, is I'll buy the dresses, they'll look lovely, and then any alterations or any slight style changes I needed will be much easier and more cost effective to do once we actually have the dresses, rather than just sort of having it done from scratch, because like I said, it's just not as straightforward. So I hope this helps if you are debating what to do about your bridesmaids dresses. Maybe you can give me some advice. Like I said, we haven't made any decisions. In my heart, I'd love them to be made, but I just think it's going to be too expensive and too complicated. And also, if you do have them made from scratch, don't forget you have to know how much time you've got, because I mean, ordering them online can sometimes take up to a month. I mean, the one that I have ordered is going to take at least 3 weeks to get here in itself, so it's something you do need to be aware. You don't need as much time as you do for your wedding dress, but obviously measurements, and younger girls, they're going to grow. So this is the other instance, and one of my flower girls is already 10, and I'm noticing that dresses online for flower girls, the oldest age they go up to is 9 to 10, and I think she's already in age 10 to 11 clothes because she's so tall. So that's another thing that we've got to work out later down the line, but just be aware of time for your dresses. I could be wrong, but when it comes to guys in suits, I don't think they need as long, but I do think with bridesmaids you do need to make it quite a high priority to get at least the type of dress decided, and you probably don't need to buy them for at least 4 to 6 months before, but definitely sort of it's something I wouldn't suggest leaving to the last minute, because as I'm finding, it is actually quite a complicated process. But if you've got any tips, comment, share your stories with me. I'd love to hear them. Don't forget as well, you can tweet me at Charlotte's Vlog, and I'm on Facebook too, so that's facebook.com/charlottesvlog. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you then.